If you've done real estate advertising or advertising for any period of time, you realize that leads are relatively easy to come by and sales are extremely difficult. So I found a super new and super exciting way to optimize for real estate sales versus just leads. I've never shared this before. I've been doing it for about 2 weeks with some white glove customers that I set their campaigns up for, and I'm just going to share exactly how to do it. I'm not going to charge. You want to do it, you can just follow this video and go ahead and do it. So first things first, we're going to look at this particular campaign. So this is the campaign, one of the campaigns that I'm doing it for. They've gotten 763 clicks, cost of $354 in the last 14 days, 96 conversions, $3.69. Really good cost per lead. This is a lead on Lofty. So this is somebody looking and signing up for a real estate lead. First name, last name, email, cell phone number, all that good stuff. So what we need to do first is we need to create a Google Analytics or GA4 account and property. So what you do is you go to analytics.google.com, you click create account, and then what you need to do is you need to create a, what's the word I'm looking for, a property. So you click over to home screen. Okay, that looks good. So once you've created the account, just meaning you go to analytics.google.com, put in your information, what you're going to want to make sure to do is use the same email address for this Google Analytics or GA4 account as you're using for your Google Ads account. That's going to be important later to link them and to use these as conversion events or conversion actions or conversions in Google Ads. So go to the very bottom once you're in, click admin. And then click in the upper left-hand corner where it says create. Click create, and then click create property. So property is going to be associated with a website or a series of goals. So this one, we're going to put real estate website. I would recommend you just name this the URL of your particular website. Choose the time zone, choose the country, choose the currency, and then click next. So business details, it's going to make you select an industry category. For this example, it's going to be real estate. For business size, whatever is relevant here, small, medium, large, or very large. For this application, we'll just do small. Click next. So now you need to choose your business objectives. So we want to generate leads. We want to drive sales. We want to understand web and or app traffic. We want to view user engagement and retention. And that is what we want to do. We're going to click create. Okay. So now start collecting data. So we want to choose a platform. It's going to say web. And then here, what it's going to do is it's going to allow us to put in a particular website. This is creating a data stream. This is where we're going to get the actual code to implement into a Lofty website or a different real estate website if you have one. So put your website URL in here. So that is my real estate website. Make sure you remove the details like that. Put website. I'm going to click generate and continue. So now it's starting to collect data as a data stream. So what we need to do is we need to click right here. Let me just double check. So right here where it says no data received, this is the data stream. We're going to click this little tag right here. And then this is the actual measurement ID that we need. So the G152. So if you click this little box, it will copy it for you, and then you'll have it. So next up, what we're going to do is we're going to go over to Lofty. Once you are in Lofty, you're going to click content, and you're going to click website, and then you're going to go search whatever particular website you need to go. So click websites, and then you can do individual this measurement tag depending on which website's in here. Most of you probably only have one. I have a lot. So you click on whatever the website is. Once you've clicked on the website, you're going to come into this CMS settings. It'll usually go as overview here. Then you're just going to click settings on the right-hand side, which I was just in, but I want to do step by step for you. So you click settings. And then you click tools, and then you click integrations. So Google Analytics, this is where the measurement ID goes, and you just paste it. Click save. And literally that is it as far as connecting and being able to send the data from your Lofty website or whatever real estate website that has this built in to the CMS directly through Google Ads or Google A4, Google Ads 4 or Google Analytics 4 or GA4. And it's really amazing how awesome this works. So next up, what we're going to do is we're going to link the two accounts. So you're going to go over to Google Ads. So you're going to go into Google Ads. Once you're in Google Ads, you're going to go over to Tools and then Data Manager. That's going to pull up this particular screen here. So you can see I already have a Google Analytics 4 GA4 linked, but let's assume you don't. You're going to click Connect. And then you're going to select a data source. So you're going to go in and select GA4 like that. And then here's the magic. So here's where if you have the exact same email address in your GA4 account, which you just created that property in that account, and the same email address as an admin in your Google Ads account, these will show up. So now you can go in here and you can select one of them, click it, click real estate website like that, click next. And then here's what the settings are going to be. So you're going to scroll down, click link, click done, and boom, now you've got this other one linked as well. So you're only going to want to link one, of course, but once you have it, then you're good to go. And then the last step, once you have that linked, so just to give you sort of a rundown, you've got GA4, which is Google Analytics 4. You've got an account created. You've got a property created, which is a way for data to get from a website to Google Ads. You've gone and you've linked those two together. Next up, what you're going to do is you're going to create conversion events based on events within Lofty. This is the really, really magic part. It's really incredible how well this works. So you're going to go to Goals, then Conversions, then Summary. You're going to click Create Conversion Action. So you're in the conversion action section. It usually checks a bunch of these off. This is the one you're going to want, conversions on a website. You might have your website here already. You may not. So we're going to assume you need to go through this process versus already being connected like this. So you're going to click Edit Data Sources. Then you're going to click Put your URL in there. Click Scan. And then it's going to give you the options on how to measure conversions. So the typical one is through a tag. But this one that we're doing right now is going to be through a GA4, a Google Analytics 4 integration with events. So we're going to click Done. We're going to click Save and Continue. And then we're going to click Create Multiple Conversion Actions from a Linked Account. Click Select. We're going to select that one. And here's the ones that are showing already. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back to one that is already operating. So it'll be easier to see. So we're going to click Create Conversion Action. This is the exciting part. There's so many different events that you can track. It's so cool. It's going to show this one checked off and typically a couple of others checked off. Uncheck this. This is already connected, but I'm going to show you as if it wasn't connected because you're connecting it and you're doing this first time. You're going to click Edit Data Source. There's probably not a URL here at all. Click that. Put in your real estate website URL. In this case, this would be a Lofty one. Click Scan. You're going to link the GA4 property. So Google Analytics property linked. And the reason this is showing up is because you did link it. If you didn't link it in the previous step, it won't show up. You're going to click Done. And then you're going to scroll down to where it says Save and Continue. And this is the magic part. Before, what you used to have to do is create individual conversion actions and then get them to work. This one, you can create multiple conversion actions linked from a linked account. So we're going to click Select. We're going to link that GA4 account. And this is going to be all the events that you can get off of a Lofty website. And there's a lot, and it's amazing. So there's 27 events total. So the ones that are active are the ones that we're after. So you see some of these at the top are inactive. Lead register is active. Page view, map event, listings, user engagement, search, all these. So I'm going to show you the ones that I recommend here to use for tracking online signups, as well as when people use third-party logins like Google or Facebook or an email-only lead. And then the real magic is optimizing for the high-value actions. When they request tours, when they request home evaluations, this is how we're going to get much better leads and much higher sales than just getting a lot of leads that you can't convert, which is obviously what this is all about. So we're going to scroll all the way down to where it says next page. And the ones that are not on here are the ones that I'm going to show you on the next page. So lead register is one that you could choose. first visit, global pop-up. The ones that I'm already using are not available here. So I'm going to show you on the next page, of course. But what you do is you find the ones that are relevant. Let's say listings was relevant. And then you click on select category and you want to choose what this category is, which I'll show you what I selected for the other ones. If this was a sign up, and if it was an engagement. So those are the two categories that I recommend optimizing for. So once you've selected and you've categorized the ones that you want that are listed as active here, there's about 5 or 6, I think 6 or 7 maybe that I'll show you. Then you click select events and you'll just continue on and you'll save them as conversions. So now I'm going to go into that account and I'm going to show you those saved as conversions, the ones that actually work. So up here in the sign up category, I've got the web register event. So that's when they sign up, first name, last name, email, cell phone number. The second one is third-party login. That's when they create the account or log in with Google or a social button like Facebook, or if they just put their first name, their email in, but they don't continue after 5 minutes and put their cell phone in, it creates an email only leads. That's captured by these as well. So these ones we're optimizing for this. This is what we call a primary optimization or primary action, because we want to optimize for people signing up on the website. This is very important, of course. What's even more important, which I've never ever seen been able to be done before, and I've never been able to do it myself, and I've never seen anybody share it, is being able to optimize for some of the higher value engagements. So pretty much everybody optimizes for leads. That's great. But leads can be a dime a dozen. Sales are what it's all about, as you know. So let's scroll down to the engagements. So we go to the very bottom here. It says account default engagements. The top one here is what we call local engagements, other engagements. This is when people engage with your Google business profile, meaning they've clicked to call you, they've got directions to your location. These are really valuable, so you want to optimize for it. This is an automatic one that Google will host. And then the other core ones that weren't available on that previous form because I added them already are these, and these are massive. So request a tour. This is when somebody requests to see a property on your Lofty website. This is huge. We want to optimize for this because we want these a heck of a lot more than we want leads. The second one is what we call share listing. So when somebody shares a listing on the website, we want to be able to know that and track that as an observation. So I have the action optimization as secondary, meaning it's not going to optimize for people sharing listings. It's only going to optimize for people requesting tours. But I want to know how many are doing it. Same with saving listings. This is a high value opportunity. So it's going to secondary, meaning not optimize for it, but allow me to view it. Requesting for home evaluation reports. This one, definitely worthwhile to use as primary. I have it as secondary for this application, but you could change it to primary optimization, meaning it would look for more leads and more people like that. And then a big one here is home evaluation. So people requesting a home evaluation on the Lofty website, this is also a big one. So you'll notice that I only have the primary one as active as optimization as request tour. The reason being is if you have these as primary, it's going to count them as a lead, and it will basically reduce your cost per lead. It's not as accurate. So these are very valuable. I want to keep an eye on them for sure, but I really, really want to optimize for requesting tours as the primary action versus the rest of these. I may layer on the rest of these one at a time or two at a time as primary actions as time goes on. But for now, we're just going to optimize for requesting tour because that's the highest value thing somebody on a real estate website like Lofty can do for you. So I've never shared this before. I've been testing this for a couple weeks. It's working incredibly well. I'm going to charge to have this set up in the future, but I figured if I just put this all out here on YouTube, it would help you. I appreciate you, and I will see you in the next video.